What's up, Division 2 gang? I decided to share a video on a build that I made. This build is a lot of fun to run, makes the Division 2 fun again, if that's possible. Um, and it also does a lot of damage, but it is fun to run. Okay, let me show you the build, and the commentary might get a little long because I need to explain what's happening with the build. Okay, here we go. All right, the build is a negotiator build. It's negotiator's pretty simple. Is Mark II, shoot one, they all take damage, right? I mean, that's pretty simple. Now, I'm running the Shrega. I recommend you try it with this season's modifiers. The 40 bullet magazine, basically, no problem. What the Shrega does is pretty impressive. Uh, you can mark when you kill an enemy. It marks enemies that are within 20 meters, as many as they are. Where in this game there could be a lot of them. What it does is as you keep killing them, it keeps stacking them, the marks. You can get up to 5 within 10 seconds. Every mark gives you 15% amplified damage, and if you stack them up on a bunch of enemies, well, they're all going to get an extra 75%. I'm sorry, 75% weapon damage per agent or per enemy. So, I mean, that's a lot. So that's why I use it. The GR9 is what makes this build work. Um, Using steady handed, if you hit 42.5%, I believe is the correct percentage of 235, which is that's what you're running in the mag, it's going to give you a free reload. I am not good with an LMG. I never used an LMG, but for this build, it is necessary. Now, the best part about it is when it fills up the clip by itself, it automatically fills it up when you hit your 100 uh, bullets out of the 235. It pulls them out of thin air. I call them magic bullets. It doesn't use your inventory ammo. It just generates its own. So that's the best part about it. Okay. And if you're good with LMGs, you can shoot all day with this thing without having to reload. Okay. The chest piece. The reason I'm running Steelwork or Palisade chest piece is because it's giving me 10% armor on kills. So with negotiators, you mark two, you kill one. Uh, it depends who you're shooting at. If it's a yellow and you mark two red ones, well, they're all going to go down. So now you're going to get 30% uh, armor on kill. I'm running 1.5 million armor, so that's a good chunk. I'm running Obliterate. Okay. Uh, it's a lot safer, basically. However, I do run glass cannon with this build. It you will survive with it. Well, to a point anyway. The problem with the glass cannon is that if you get an enemy behind you or a patrol comes in behind you or NPCs come in behind you and you don't see them, you're gonna die because you ain't got no armor on your butt. And that's the only downside. Other than if they're in front of you, you got no problem. You can run glass cannon all day long. And I do it, when I feel like it, I switch it over. Okay. The memento is going to take uh, care of the short range for you. What I mean by that is when you're in long range, you're going to be killing them with your GR9. So when you decide to push, there's going to be memento tokens all over the place. So you just run through them and stack up your memento. That's what I mean by the short version of the build. But the main reason is it's I'm using it. It gives me skill efficiency, right, for the drone, since I'm using the technician drone, and it's gonna give me 30% more weapon damage when it's stacked. Okay, and that's the reasons I'm using it. Now, as I said, I'm running the tactician drone, which comes with a sharpshooter specialty. Okay, the cooldown on it is 18.2, so it's not bad. The duration on it is 414 seconds. Scan range base is 65, and it's getting an extra 5 yards because of the skill tier 1. What it does is technically this drone, it doesn't say it, but what it does, it pulses. And when you use microwave coils, it's going to burn them, right? Microwave coils says that it will burn 4, right? Where is it? Yeah, burn up to 4 enemies, right? You got a 50% chance, but it will fire them up. As you well know, if you've been playing a bit, the active modifiers are broken on this game, and the devs don't seem to want to fix them. But we got what we got. The ideal modifier to run here is overdrive. It will burn 4, so that's enough to keep the momentum at skills tier 5. However, since they're broken, every time you switch modifier or you put one on, it activates. If you fast travel, at least with me, I got a 50% chance that it's gonna activate when I fast travel after I waited for the cooldown to go away. So if you travel to a group, that's 100% that it's gonna activate. So the group's not gonna wait for you, and obviously it's not doing you any good because you can't activate overdrive. You need it initially, and then after that, you just keep it up. But as I said, they're broken. So I've been using technical supremacy. The reason is it's going to burn 8 at a time. As I'm killing them, it picks up another one, another one, and another one. Um, if it stops burning them, all you got to do is reset your drone. By that I mean move the drone, and it repulses every time you move it, and it sets. It repulses, so it keeps burning them. And then I'm using the fortified shield and critical momentum, which you can see them right there. And that's basically the build. The pistol doesn't matter. You put whatever you want to. So basically what the build's doing is it's all working together. Negotiator's Dilemma, the Shrega, right? And then you get an armor on kill at distance. And then you got the momentum to take care of you in short distance when you push. Your shield is going to be on skill tier 5 for the most part. And your drone is going to be on momentum uh, tier 5, and your drone is going to be on momentum tier 5. It's going to keep you there. With you shooting and the drone burning, uh, everything it should be at momentum tier 5. If it's not, it's going to be at 4, which you can get it to 5 real quick. Okay, I have a video after I finished this commentary. I think I covered everything I needed to cover. And I picked the video because of the drop that I got. So stick around and look at the drop I got running a control point. You're going to be impressed. Now, this build is so good that one thing led to another when I made it, and I cleared all the control points. In other words, they're all friendly control points on the whole Washington map. I mean, that's not an easy task to do. At least I don't think it is. So anyway, I shot it so you could see it. Now, this build will work on missions, no problem. You can go down the street with whatever you encounter, and you can take care of it. It'll work anywhere on heroic. Um, Legendary, it works, but you have to change that chess piece to provocator on solo, right? I mean, because all the damage coming at you, you got the aggro, and mainly it's the grenades and the sniper dogs and the bombing drones. Those are the ones. The explosions basically is what's going to get you. But if you're running in a group, you can keep obliterate on, and it should work fine. You might switch out the memento on a group for maybe bloodsucker or something like that. But anyway, you can adjust it after you get used to it. And that's basically it, guys. Hope you enjoy the video, and I know you're going to enjoy the drop. Okay. Well, I'll let you go for now, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Reinforcements incoming. Incoming hostiles detected. Hostile detected.
Thanks again.
Supply room access unlocked.